Okay, I totally messed up yesterday in my video because, and by the way, this is my low. I was pretty much implying that every Super Bowl that we've ever had has been an opportunity to make history. Even Super Bowl one, which is arguably considered the most insignificant Super Bowl because no one ever thought it would be the spectacle that it is now. And even since Super Bowl one, history has been made. And I already talked about the fact that it's the Andy Reid Bowl and the Kelsey Bowl. But the one thing I forgot to mention, this is the first Super Bowl to have two starting black quarterbacks. That's awesome. Are you kidding me? That's incredible. I mean, it didn't even occur to me until I was watching Undisputed yesterday. As Shannon Sharp pointed out, like, they were an hour into the show, and they're like, this is the first Super Bowl, two starting black quarterbacks. And Skip Bayless is like, oh, it is. I didn't, you know what? The sad part is, the last several years I've been making NFL picks, specifically my top 11 Super Bowl matchups that I want to see. I have mentioned, like, the potential for there to be two starting black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. I can't believe I forgot to mention that this year so far. Well, better late than never. And history is legitimately being made right now. I mean, we had two head coaches in the Super that were black before. Tony Dungy and whoever the guy was coaching the Bears. We've had a starting black quarterback in the Super Bowl all the way back to Doug Williams. And Steve McNair, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes did it. So, actually, come to think of it, I'm pretty sure I'll have to look that up later, but I'm pretty sure every starting black quarterback that's ever been in the Super Bowl has won. I know it's at least a winning record, because at least Doug Williams, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes, that's 3 wins. Oh, Russell Wilson did win 1, so that's 3-1. So we're talking like 3-1, 3-2, right? I forget a Steve McNair one. The point is, oh wait, it'd be 3-3. Donovan McNabb, another starting black quarterback in the Super Bowl. So, yeah, history's being made, folks. And trust me, I feel that my low is the fact I forgot to point that out yesterday. Because that's a mistake on my part. The only excuse I can even make for it is the fact that I was so sick it completely flew over my head. Which I am feeling better, by the way, yesterday. Like, yesterday I was sick, but today I'm feeling a bit better. Got myself a lot of fluids yesterday, drank a lot of water. I'm feeling better. Probably going to take some Dayquil and some Mucinex before I head out for the day. But that's just what I'll do. So, we have, right, that was my low. I lost track of what I was doing because I was so excited. Let's see, my high is, I did get to spend the afternoon with my mom. Honestly, man, you know what, I don't care if you're a full-grown adult like me or if you're a kid. Being sick but being with your mom, it just hits right, you know? I mean, my mom isn't sick, but remember, she just had wrist surgery. So, you know, I guess in a way we're kind of sick together. But it was nice. You know, last night we had a rotisserie chicken from Sam's Club with some rice and some butternut squash. It was very good. And yeah, spending the evening with my mom and dad, that was always great. That's my high. And my act of kindness was I helped clear out the dishwasher, put the dirty dishes into the dishwasher, and help set up the table for dinner. As well as put my dirty dishes away when I was done with dinner. So, yeah, I was a good little boy yesterday. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. And I have a few things to talk about, specifically America's Got Talent All-Stars. Good morning and happy Tuesday, everyone. So, needless to say, all the acts this week were better than, collectively, they were better than the list of acts a week ago. I mean, the one person who didn't move on that I feel sad for is Archie Williams. If you don't know who Archie Williams is, back in 1982, he was just walking down the street minding his own business, and the police arrested him for something that he didn't do. And when he says something he didn't do, I mean, like, the crime was like murder, robbery, like just something horrible that he clearly didn't do. He was in jail for 36 years. And the only reason why he got out was because DNA testing was finally made available and it clearly proved that he didn't do it. That man lost 36 years of his life. And I loved when he started his performance, when he said, when they put me in jail, there's one thing that they could never take away from me. My music. My first love. My music. So he did Ain't No Sunshine by, why am I blanking on that artist name? I have that song on my iPod. No. Who did that song? Son of a gun. I know. Hold on. Bill Withers, okay. I knew it began with a Bill. I knew it began with Bill Withers. So yeah, he did that song and he was great. Unfortunately, he didn't move on, which is, sad. See my notes a little better. But all the acts like Axel Blake, Yumbo Dump was funny. Mervyn Vera, Jasper Cherry, everybody was great. But I need to give my heartfelt congratulations to Tom Ball and Anna Maria Morgan? Is that her name? Morgan, okay. Anna Maria Morgan for moving on via the super vote. They were incredible performances. I didn't see a false note anywhere. And I thought we were all done with the auditions, but no, we're not. There's still one more week of auditions. Sweet. Okay. I think they're gonna go to like 12 auditions and then, 12 winners, and then have like the finale, which I do think means we're not gonna get a wild card. Interesting. Or maybe we are gonna get. It's hard to say, because you're looking at 12 finalists and you can barely fit 10 acts in one episode. And every episode of America's Got Talent All-Stars has been over 2 hours. So it'll be interesting to see what they wind up doing here. Unless they want to do a lot of clever editing and shortening the acts, which they could do. That could work. So yes, this was a wonderful episode of America's Got Talent All-Stars. Can't wait to see next week, because there's one contestant they've been hinting at who's going to be on, and they should finally be on next week. I'll talk about that later. Especially when I'm pretty sure this act is going to at least move on via the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised if this act gets the golden buzzer, but we'll have to wait till next week to find out. Now, this was hard for me to do yesterday, but for the longest time, I knew that Instagram was going to reveal who this week's guest on Hot Ones was going to be, but being the good little boy that I am, I actually refrained from looking it up. At this moment in time, I have no idea who this week's Hot Ones guest is going to be. It could be someone that I know who it is. It could be someone who I don't know who it is. Either way, I'm about to find out right now. I gotta make these reactions authentic, you know. That's why I wait an entire day to read the One Piece manga chapter. Which, trust me, it's hard to do sometimes. Okay, so let's look at the First We Feast Instagram. Let me open another window so that I can see, okay, and... Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we not only have a good Hot Ones guest appearing, we not only have someone that I know who's appearing, but this is the first repeat guest of 2023. Okay. It's, okay. Funny story. I want to make sure I timed this correctly. Because on Instagram, on First We Feast Instagram, they'll give a hint as to who the guest is, right? And the hint for this particular guest is, I played a skunk once in a deodorant soap commercial. So, for the sake of laughs, I just looked up said commercial. And then I saw who it potentially could be at the time. I'm like, there's no way they're going to get this guy again. Ladies and gentlemen, they got him again. This week's guest on Hot Ones is going to be Bryan Cranston. Yes, Walter White, Heisenberg himself, is going to be on Hot Ones. Or Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. Like that. I know him as Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. See, I knew him before he was cool. Actually, no. He would voice some villains on Power Rangers. So trust me, I liked him before he was cool, okay? But man, Bryan Cranston, unbelievable. There's so many questions that I could speculate that Sean Evans is going to ask him. I mean, for starters, they'll mention that this is his second time because when Bryan Cranston was first on Hot Ones years ago, he did it with James Franco for promoting the movie Why Him. It's that movie where Bryan Cranston's daughter is dating a degenerate-looking guy played by James Franco, and they were promoting that movie. And it's that kind of movie where, you know, the father and the boyfriend don't get along, but by the end they reconcile their differences and stuff. You know, the song and dance. I didn't see that movie, but come on, you know exactly what kind of beats that movie's going to be playing. But Bryan Cranston Hot Ones by himself. Well, for starters, and you know what, I think I wouldn't be surprised if I won't be shocked, but I'll be a little bit surprised. I won't be surprised that, I'll be shocked, but I won't be surprised if if Sean asked Bryan Cranston about him doing voiceover work. Specifically all the work he did for Power Rangers. I mean, it's not like Bryan Cranston played any significant role in the show. I mean, yeah, that movie that came out several years ago, he was Zordon. But they wanted to do like a legit callback to when he voiced anyone on the old show. Specifically, you know, bad guys. I mean, for as great of a show that Power Rangers is, it really was a Monster of the Week type deal. And it was a good Monster of the Week type deal. So, actually, since it will be Bryan Cranston by himself, it will leave Sean Evans to ask more personal questions about his career. Specifically when he was on Malcolm in the Middle. Which, you know, I remember a few years ago, back when they were still doing Inside the Actor Studio, and Bryan Cranston was the guest on that. And James Lipton asked him that there's a legit comparison to be made between Hal from Malcolm in the Middle and Walter White from Breaking Bad. Specifically the fact that there are literally scenes where Bryan Cranston's character is in their underwear and nothing else. And we're talking tiny whitey's underwear. I wonder if Sean Evans is going to ask a similar question about that. I'm just curious. I would very much like to see what winds up happening. What else can we talk about? There was one movie that Bryan Cranston was nominated for. For the life of me, I can't remember what the movie was. It was about a Hollywood film director who was blacklisted because there were apparently ties with him to the Communist Party of Russia or something. Crown, is it? I gotta look that up. Okay, oh, it was in Jerry and Marge Go Large, too. I never saw that movie. Okay, there's... Oh, I forgot it was also in Kung Fu Panda 3. And the Upside. And Godzilla. Trumbo. That's the movie I'm thinking of that he was in. Trumbo. Yeah, Trumbo was that one movie about a Hollywood filmmaker who was actually really, really good at what he did. But because he had ties to the Communist Party of Russia, he got blacklisted. And I never saw that movie, but I do believe he was nominated for an Oscar for that movie. So, there you go. We're going to be in for a very good episode of Hot Ones. I truly believe we are. Honestly, Thursday can't come soon enough. And, holy cow, I just realized. This is the last day of January of 2023. This is January 31st. We are officially 1 month into 2023. And I gotta say, it's been pretty eventful. Even more so than I thought it would be. I mean, there was that happy hour I went to back on the 5th. There was the turkey dinner I finally got for my birthday. The fact that Hot Ones Season 20 started up again. And we got a few One Piece manga chapters. Normally we'd probably have more, but as a One Piece fan myself, I can tell you, January is kind of a dead month for One Piece manga chapters. It just is. Because of the holidays and everything. But, yeah. Barring any crazy mishap, January was a pretty okay month. I've got no complaints here. And I think February is only going to get better from here. So, happy last day of January, everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful month of January. I hope you all liked this video, and if you did, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humble to make this video. For all of you guys who watch and enjoy today, hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Did I really just say it was Thursday? I want it to be Thursday so bad so we can watch Hot Ones. But today is Tuesday. I hope we all have a wonderful Tuesday and a wonderful last day of January. And as always, if anyone ever wants to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend me know. Always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.